Give me the Bible, star of gladness gleaming, to cheer the wanderer lone and tempest-tossed. No storms can hide that radiance peaceful beaming, since Jesus came to seek and save the lost. Give me the Bible, holy message shining, thy light shall guide me in the narrow way. Precept and promise, law and love combining, till night shall vanish in eternal day. Give me the Bible when my heart is broken, when sin and grief have filled my soul with fear. Give me the precious words by Jesus spoken. Hold up faith's lamp to show my Savior near. Give me the Bible, holy message shining, thy light shall guide me in the narrow way. Precept and promise, law and love combining, till night shall vanish in eternal day. Give me the Bible, all my steps enlighten, teach me the dangers of these realms below. That lamp of safety o'er the gloom shall brighten, that light alone the path of peace can show. Give me the Bible, holy message shining, thy light shall guide me in the narrow way. Precept and promise, law and love combining, till night shall vanish in eternal day. Give me the Bible, lamp of life immortal, hold up the splendor by the open grave. Show me the light from heaven's shining portals, show me the glory gilding Jordan's wave. Give me the Bible, holy message shining, thy light shall guide me in the narrow way. Precept and promise, law and love combining, till night shall vanish in eternal day. Break thou the bread of life, dear Lord, to me, as thou didst break the loaves beside the sea. Beyond the sacred page, I seek thee, Lord. My spirit pants for thee, O living word. Bless thou the truth, dear Lord, to me, as thou didst bless the bread by Galilee. Then shall all bondage cease, all fetters fall, and I shall find my peace, my all in all. Good afternoon. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. We can hope. And I hope that this video finds you doing well. We can also hope. And if not, you get a smile. A golden nugget of wisdom to carry with you as you go through your days. To ponder, to enjoy, to savor. And that when you leave this video, it'll be better than when you came. At least your day would be better than when you came. Ooh, Skylar got his notification. Hello, Sister Reba. How are you doing today, sister? Hope your day is going all right. It is a nice, beautiful day outside with a nice dusting of snow. I doubt it'll last long, but it's a nice thought. A pleasantly balmy 8 degrees out. It says it feels like -11. Beautiful weather. Earth to Sister Reba. Earth to Sister Reba. Oh, there it is. She says, great. How about you? I'm doing well. As I said, this is a beautiful day out. I'm doing awesome. And I'm especially glad that you're doing great. Makes my day better. Skylar says, hello, all. Hello, Skylar. Maureen says, hi, Osha and Riba. Hello, Sister Maureen. I'm glad that you're here with us. Skylar says, hi, Osha. Hey, Skylar. How's Skylar doing today? We have a nice, wonderful dusting of snow out today. Oh, Maureen says, ooh, that's cold. Oh, it's balmy out. What are you talking about? Jim Bob joins us on YouTube. He says, hi. Hello, Jim Bob. Hope your day's going well. Skylar says, I got the dynamite. Our chief of explosions, our blast instructor, is here. We are qualified to have a blast, and we will certainly do so. He has the dynamite. Jim Bob says, how are you, man? I'm doing great. How about yourself? Skylar says, snow here. Maureen greets Skylar. Jim Bob waves. And Reba does some greetings. Skylar says, I'm doing good. I hear you are. Yeah, I am. I'm glad that you're doing good. Ooh, we have a Russian dude in the YouTube side of the world. We don't speak Russian. I could hope he's asking if we're having a good day, but I have no idea. It's Russian. I hope you're having a good day. Skylar just rolling laughing. He says the wind is so cold. Yeah, it says it's -4. Is what it feels like. It's cold. Mr. Big says I don't speak English. Well, I mean, you did some. I mean, hey, that's 4 words. That's a start. I suppose. I don't know if the auto captions would translate.
I leave the star for you to grab off and the lights to grab off.
Oh, the joy.
I unplugged the lights, but I got the rest of the stuff up.
Yeah, you got the tote open where the lights belong?
What?
You got a place for me to put the lights in a box, in a tote?
Don't you put that with the lights?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, yeah, it's open.
Okay, perfect. Skylar says that's accurate. Skylar's like -4. Yep, that's on point. Hey, look. There's 5 more English words. It says 2 didn't speak Russian. Well, I can't do that there, buddy. I mean, my grandpa went to Russia. Yeah, he went there on a missionary trip. He picked up a couple phrases. And he's told me a couple of them, but I don't remember them. I speak more German than I do Russian. Reva says, brrr. She's pretty happy she's down there in Texas right now. Sister T says, morning, family. Good morning, Sister T. Hope you're doing well. We're about ready to get right on into our reading. And Mr. Big says, soon the whole world will be speaking Russian. No, every time that's been attempted, it's always failed, buddy. Always. Every time. Doesn't matter what language has been. And I do ask that you keep the language kid-friendly. Reba greets Sister T. Mr. Big switchbacks to speaking Russian. Anywho's, y'all, it's nugget time. Today's mine will be Ecclesiastes. The shaft we're going down is chapter 12. And the vein of gold we'll be working through is verses 1 through 5. Let's dig, y'all. Remember also thy Creator in the days of thy youth, before the evil days come, and the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Before the sun, and the light, and the moon, and the stars are darkened, and the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows shall be darkened. And the doors shall be shut in the street, and when the sound of the grinding is low, and one shall rise up at the voice of a bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Yea, they shall be afraid of that which is nigh, and the terror shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall blossom, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his everlasting home, and the mourners go about the streets. We have reached the final chapter in Ecclesiastes. This is the chapter that concludes the entire book. Why he started this adventure writing the book, what he has learned, what you should learn, taking away from it. In the end of the previous chapter, he discussed talking about youth and various things about youth. And he picks up that theme starting in this chapter, saying, Remember also thy Creator in the days of thy youth, before the evil days come and the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. It kind of makes you think that Solomon was getting on in years when he finished this. He speaks as a man that has been around for a long time. And he instructs the readers of this book to remember their Creator in the days of their youth. Why? Before the evil days come. Now we gotta remember, folks, as the word evil does not always mean wickedness, in the Old Testament especially. If you look up this word, it can mean evil as in wickedness, but it's geared more toward distress or anguish or sorrow. Where's that word at? Come on. Is the closer definitions. Bad. We, in our modern day English, we'd understand this. Before the bad days come, we'd understand that a lot more naturally than the evil days, because we think evil is in morally, as in wicked days, and that's not always the case. But it's more of a calamity, distress, grief, or misery. We got right there. Sad, sorrow, trouble, etc. so forth. Before the bad days come, before the days of distress come, remember your Creator. When those days come, when the years draw nigh, and when you have no pleasure in each day, always remember thy Creator. Remember God. Keep Him on the forefront of your mind. Not only will He guide your youth, He'll make your old age much more pleasant. He brings a special type of comfort with Him, because you hope that you are comforted by Him. Otherwise, you didn't remember him in your youth. Nugget number 1 is build your life's foundation on God. Start with God. And the rest will take care of itself. You don't have to worry about the bad days when you start your life, when you build your life's foundation on God. You don't have to worry about the years as they come and go when you build your life's foundation on God. And you don't have to worry about enjoying the years or the days when you build your life's foundation on God. It removes all of those things. Nugget number 1, build your life's foundation on God. Skylar says, Amen. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. Remember, we are remembering our Creator all through this lineup. Starting at the days of thy youth, this is supposed to be a habit. It goes through the years. For the sun, the light, the moon, the stars are darkened. The clouds return after the rain. Remembering him in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. Pop quiz, who knows what the keepers of the house are? Who knows what the keepers of the house are? Gotta love a good pop quiz. Feel free to put up your answers here as I go through this. It reminds me of every time I read this, I think of the first time I encountered this chunk of verse. And it was when I was quite young. And we were doing a study booklet for our Tuesday night Bible class. And it was a really good study booklet. It went through, it was like, I forget what it was called. It's been that long ago. But it would have on the front of it, it'd be like Genesis through Exodus, or Deuteronomy through yada, or Judges through, and it went through the books of the Bible. And it finally got up to Ecclesiastes, and it went through and it asked questions about the text. And it had fill in the blanks and true and false, and felt like 4,000 questions in one lesson. It wasn't the case, but it felt like it was kind of part of my schoolwork growing up. But Dad had this dictionary. I think it was. Or was it just his Bible at the time? Anyways, I was looking through it, and it underlined these chunks. The keepers of the house, the strong men, the grinders, the windows are darkened. It underlined these, and then had alternate words off to the side. And the keepers of the house are hands, like Sister T says. Arms and hands. The strong men are your back or your legs. Shall bow. The grinders are your teeth. and those that look out of the windows shall be darkened. That's your eyes. And I'm like, no way. No way, that can't be. Nah, he's talking about actual things, And then we get there to Tuesday night and we're studying. Grandpa asks that very same question I asked you all. Pop quiz. Who are the keepers of the house? When I said something along the lines of, those that keep the house safe, it was the wrong answer. He's talking about old age through this chunk, and he's using figurative language to describe the body in old age. Sister Rebus is the woman. Sister Teesa's arms and hands. It's your arms and hands, they tremble when you age. The strong man, your legs, they bow, they bow, they get feeble. The grinders, your teeth, they cease. Why? Because they're few, they fall out. He describes the natural process of aging. Cortland says hi. Hello, Cortland. Oh, you only have one nugget yet, Skylar. Just wait. I'm almost done. Reba says, that's really neat. Isn't it, though? At first glance, you wouldn't exactly pick that up, but when you think about it, that's exactly what he's talking about. Also remember, we're remembering our Creator in these days. When your hands tremble, when your legs bow or become feeble, when your teeth fall out, when your eyes grow dim, remember God. Remember your Creator. Nugget number 2 is our bodies will fail. None of us like to think on this subject too much. I don't blame you. But it is a fact of life, as much as it's kind of boring. Our bodies will fail. And that's why remembering our Creator is so important. Nugget number 2. Our bodies will fail. We have to accept that fact. And we draw nigh to the last 2 verses. Reba says, all of the above for me. I was going to say some are a little closer to the things described than others. But it's a fact of life. It's not a problem. It's nothing to necessarily be afraid of or ashamed of. It's a fact of life. Each of these things will happen to some degree as you age. The third law of thermodynamics, I think it is. It's like the third or fourth. One of the laws of thermodynamics is everything is wearing out, and that applies especially to the human body. It wears out. But when we accept that fact, that our bodies will fail, that frames our minds to move on and focus on the spiritual, because we know that won't fail. The doors shall be shut in the street. I take that to be the mouth shut. The sound of the grinding is low. As we age, our voices get lower and lower and quieter. Tend to. Until our final day, You always see those dramatic scenes of a person, in the hospital bed passing, and they're grunting and whispering their final goodbyes or wishes to their loved one there at their side. That's kind of what he's illustrating here. One shall rise up at the voice of a bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. I speculate the daughters of music to probably be the heartbeat, but don't don't quote me on that one. And your heartbeat gets quieter, lower, till it eventually stops. Yea, they shall be afraid of that which is nigh. It's normal to be afraid, especially when you're there on the steps, so to speak. Terror shall be in the way. It's a normal part of life. Almond tree shall blossom, the grasshopper shall be a burden, desire shall fail. And here's where we get our bit of comfort. If you've remembered God through it all, if you've followed Him, if you've built your life foundation upon Him, we get the end of this verse right here. Because man goeth to his everlasting home, and the mourners go about the streets. We will die. We will pass on. And if we've remembered our Creator, we'll pass to our everlasting heavenly home. And none of what we've just read will matter. It won't matter that your hands are shaking, that your legs are feeble, that your teeth aren't so much there anymore. It won't matter that it's hard to hear, which might be what the Daughters of Music is too. Hard to hear. I don't know. Heartbeat sounded good, but no, it might be hearing. I don't know. None of that will matter. Being afraid, it won't matter anymore. Because you made it to your everlasting home, your everlasting heavenly home. Everything will be awesome. That is the ultimate comfort right there, folks. Sister T says, Amen. Sister Reba, Skylar says, for your information, Dad's car had a hard time starting. I bet it did. And he says, Amen. And that's where our third nugget comes from. Because if we don't remember our Creator, if we don't build our lives' foundation upon Him, if we fail to do these things, then our everlasting home isn't going to be heavenly. It's not going to be much of a place to call home, but it'll be your everlasting home if you failed these things. But if you did remember God, yes, it's 1 through 5, sister. Here's your last nugget. Choose the heavenly, everlasting home. Nugget number 3. Choose the heavenly, everlasting home. He starts this chapter off with instruction. A very good piece of instruction. Wisdom. Remember also thy Creator in the days of thy youth. It makes all that goes in between here so much more pleasant. And it makes our end way more better, way more comfortable, more peaceful if we do so. Don't wait until the last minute to build your heavenly foundation, the foundation of your life on God. Don't wait till the last minute. And if you've made it to the last minute and you haven't done so, you might wanna. I'd highly recommend it. Sister T says, got my nuggets down. Thank you. You're welcome, Sister T. Nugget run through. Nugget number 1 says, build your life's foundation on God. Nugget number 2, our bodies will fail. And finally, nugget number 3, choose the heavenly, everlasting home. It's our choice. The choice is yours. There be gold in them there pages. Skylar, I figure he's probably driving on his way to go to work. You're welcome, Sister Maureen. Thank you for being here. As always, good to see you, sister. And Reba says, thank you for them there golden nuggets. You are very welcome, Sister Reba. Thank you for being here, for picking up your shovels and your pickaxes. This goes to all y'all. Thank you all for picking up your shovels and your pickaxes, grabbing your hard hats, putting on your helmets and safety goggles, especially in the case of the blast department. Skylar, we've had a blast. Thank you for hopping in that minecart and going down this shaft with me. It's kind of exciting. We're on our last chapter in this book. Now, I'm going to go start a fire in the fireplace because it's -4 out. So, y'all, till we meet again, God bless you all. Stay safe and stay strong. I love each and every one of you. Stay warm. Skylar, drive safe. Love y'all. Until next time. Bye-bye. Toodaloo, pip, pip, cheerio.